What's going on, guys? CFP here, and this is Survival blah blah blah. You got a big dip right here. What's up, guys? Hello, internet. All you people out there on the internet. Let me adjust my lighting, guys, because apparently it looks like I got punched in the face. It's just the lighting. So I'm out here in the truck talk. All right, scrolling through here. Unknown Challenger, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? All right, guys, so right fast. I will try to keep up with the chat. Arkansas Living, how you doing, brother? Hey, man, I commented on your latest video. I wanted to say I love the hat. I do. And I was sitting looking at it. I'm like, you know what? I bet you he can stay dry with that big old hat on in any type of rainstorm. And if it starts to flood, you could probably flip that thing out and paddle yourself out. That's a big old hat, man. The one you had on your last thumbnail? Yeah. Freaking awesome. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? One American, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hopefully all is well up there where you are. MB, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Nunya, Texas, how's it going? Silver Bucket, long time, man. How you been? Carolyn Lowe, good to see you. Let's see who else we got here. Mark Webb, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Rage Against the Machine. Like I said before, I used to love that band. I used to listen to them all the time back in the 90s. See here, scrolling through here. Pretty dry, man. Hoot Owl, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? No Jab, No Job, Virginia, 1422. Matthew Trucking, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Bullfrog, Swamp, and Homestead. Sorry, guys, for those that are just tuning in, I am saying hello to our community. So just bear with me because I like to do this at the beginning of all my streams. T. Prada, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I am doing good, man. All right, scrolling through here. Black Diamond, Vegas is in the house. Good to see you, Black Diamond. How you been? Wayne Settle, good to see you. And David, good to see you, my friend. All right, guys, I want to cover a couple topics right fast. So you know the drill. I usually get behind in the chat. I do apologize. If you do the @ symbol and type in my name, it usually lights up for me. It's much easier for me to find those comments. I try to read and answer as much as possible, but I get sidetracked really easy because I'm not a smart man. Technology, you know that old internet technology stuff? Yeah. All right, guys. So I had gotten a message about another CME and stuff that was going to be hitting today. Looks like it's already doing its impact. The Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm redneck. What's really bad is I actually went to some college and stuff, and I just don't speak very well. Oh, well. So the Northern Lights were seen here in the United States, which is really cool. Parts of Pennsylvania, North Dakota, Montana, other places like that. So that's the lighting. Usually the northern spots we see more than the southern, because just the way the lights refract with the charge with the electromagnetic field, the magnetosphere. That's the correct word, magnetosphere. Read that in a book. Yeah, it was a picture book, but it had a disclaimer on the bottom describing the picture. Okay, give me a break. So as far as power outages and stuff like that, I'm not seeing anything on it. When I was doing the research on this latest one that was coming our way today or earlier today, they were saying it was going to be like 10 times less as intense and strong as the Carrington event. I mean, 20 times less. So like, okay, it was a G1 and a G2 solar storm, I believe it was. I'm looking at it. That's why I didn't do no video on it, guys. I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, nothing. I ain't going to sit there and try to worry anybody and rev people up. There's plenty of other channels that will do that if that's what you're looking for. I try to look at it as factual as can be, but I'm no space weather scientist or researcher. I did stay at a Red Roof Inn once. Yeah. It had roaches. I didn't like it. It was a nasty, nasty motel. It was bad. But anyway, so that's why I didn't go any video on that, guys. I was busy with other things. yesterday I took some time off from the channel because I was over there with my wife. I was filming her channel for her because she has her own channel there. And I want to thank all you guys for that went over there and supported her. Freaking awesome. I couldn't ask anything more from you guys. That was really amazing. I really do appreciate the turnout my wife received. I give her crap sometimes. I'll be sitting there trying to show her how to work analytics on YouTube. And I'm like, you've already got 400 some hours of watch time and you're less than 30 days old. Yeah. Which is freaking awesome. That's my wife, of course. So I was able to help her, and you guys were able to help her get her channel started for her business, which is amazing. And I do appreciate that, guys. I really do. All right. So war drums are still being beat. They are. The chai company, I mean, I shouldn't call them company, but they pretty much are. They run the economics of the globe pretty much. The chai country there, and I'm not being disrespectful to them, guys. I just have to talk in certain phrases because I get hammered on this platform. I do. Bad, guys. I subscribers, but I only get 200 views. A lot of our subscribers, you guys, contact me a day later and said, dude, I never receive your notifications anymore. And you guys have been with me from the beginning. Yeah, the platform likes to play games with me all the time. And that's quite all right. I just work around it. Try to obey the rules, but we just work around it. So war drums, yeah, they're boasting on nuclear that they're gonna surpass us, the U.S. And yeah, it's going to happen. This administration's sleeping at the wheel and sleeping at every conference they go to. I wish I had a screener because I don't. I'm just using the YouTube app to go live. But if you guys saw the climate change convention that our current administration showed up at, along with a bunch of others, they got plenty of him videos of nodding out, along with a couple other ones too. But he wasn't the only one, but it seemed like ours is always doing that. Yeah. So the chai country there, besides nuclear, they've been boasting on their hypersonic missile. They've been boasting about not needing non-nuclear weapons, which was confirmed, by the way, by the U.S., that they have a new way of generating a EMP blast without nuclear. And I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's not flux capacitor. Somebody else put that up in there. No, it's flux compression generator, if I remember how to say it correctly. And basically it does a charge. It's a 10 to 20 second blast of EMP weaponry within a 2-kilometer area while it's going over. Like if they want to target a city directly and just hit that city, they have the capabilities of blasting right there in that centralized location. Interesting. But something like that, you know, I don't think that's really going to affect much with those centralized ones. Sure, you might black out a city, but the rest of the country is still operational. All right, so worst case scenario, looting, stuff like that goes down, but it's not going to go down for long because everything else is in effect and can render aid compared to a big blast that knocks out everything. You know what I'm saying? Cooper City, Florida, checking in. Awesome. That is Timothy. Good to see you, man. All right, I'm scrolling through here, guys, right fast. Bulls on parade. Yeah. All right, scrolling through here. Rockin' Robin, how you doing? CPS scored a deck of cards today, 50 cents, called Urban Survival. Every card has awesome tips for SHTF. Rockin' Robin, I actually do not own any of those cards, only because I just usually when someone mentions them, I'm like, yeah, I like to check those out, but I never do. It goes in one ear and out the other, and I'm so busy with something else. I like the idea. I do. There was a lot of those card games came out a while back, and I don't remember the exact year, but they gave you scenarios that you got to talk through. And actually, this is a great icebreaker. I do like the card ideas to getting other people involved in a prepping, kind of find a way to talk about prepping with people. I do want to point out that Praxis Prepper came out with a more kids game with card game on teaching preparedness and the idea of prepping and stuff like that with their I think it's called the bug out game, if I remember correctly. Praxis, if you're watching, I don't mean disrespect that I forgot the name, but I think it's called the bug out game. I do know that they sell that through my buddy Ryan over the Prescott Caliber Club. Yeah, so that was a really cool idea. It really was. And I'll tell you what, guys, to get something like that printed off, manufactured, packaged, and all that stuff, that's a lot of finances and investment on Praxis's end right there. It really is. But, it's pretty cool. We actually did a giveaway. I think we gave away 3 of those. Yeah, I believe it was. I believe we gave away 3 decks of the Praxis Prepper, the bug out game back when it was first released. And we also did a 3-day or 5-day Wise bug out backpack. I think I had Ryan from Prescott Caliber Club. He was over there on my live stream too, helping with moderation while we did a giveaway that time. I believe that was one of our last real big giveaways. Carolyn Lowe, testify. Why'd you stay there in the first place? I'm not sure. It must have been something I said or somebody else said. Not quite sure. Don, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. Hope everyone is doing well. Oh, not a problem, Don. Glad that you did stop in. Don is a real good friend of mine. Guys, I know people have lives to live. YouTube's not everything. YouTube is something you get some information from, maybe hang out a little bit with somebody, talk, shoot the breeze with. But trust me, I get it. Yes, I mean, when I was welding all the time, I didn't have time to watch YouTube videos. By the time I got home, I had to shower, eat something. I went straight to bed because I had to get up before daybreak and be on the job site. So, yeah, I understand that completely. So, not a problem, Don. I am glad that you did stop in. South Florida, good to see you, brother. How are you doing? All right, scrolling through here. From the bunker days, CFP, Silver Bucket. Yes, my outside shed. I called it my bunker. Excuse me, guys, I'm resitting. These are those leather seats in the Tahoe, and I slide in them. If I'm not buckled down, I start sliding around in them. Don't worry, I don't make the mistake I did with my Mustang, which I used to armor all my leather seats. Not a good idea. I had a bad blowout and I fishtailed real bad, and I caught it on the third fishtail. It broke the tires off the rims and flipped that sucker, and I wound up in the passenger floorboard. I was wearing my seatbelt. So yeah, just don't armor all your car seats. Not a good idea. It looked nice, but don't do it. Frank's Bees, let's go, Brandon. Absolutely. All right, scrolling through here. Always survive. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? All right, scrolling through here. I'm trying to find any questions and stuff, guys. Gardner Josh, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Seen a video where a guy uses microwave ovens as an EMP. I haven't seen that. I have seen other people ask the question about using a microwave as an EMP Faraday cage. I don't recommend that. I'm actually working right now and working with a company called Faraday. They manufacture, certain Faraday bags and stuff, EMP bags. Working into the affiliate program with these guys. They actually manufacture the material to build your own Faraday cage. I'm talking about top-end material. Talking about copper taping, everything. So that's the route I'm checking in on one of our new affiliates. Once I have that finalized, I'm hoping I'm going to get the material so I can show you a really good Faraday cage being built. I mean, I've used aluminum foil and all that stuff, guys. It works good for radio waves, but no guarantee on anything major other than that. But this is what they specialize in. So I've been working with these guys, working the communication. And hopefully everything, fingers crossed, go well. I think it will, and we get the material so we can show these materials that they have and how to build your own. Of course, with these companies, they have, we're affiliated with EMP Shield, which works great, but EMP Shield doesn't offer a Faraday box or anything. So they do talk about steps on websites and stuff on how to build your own. So we're taking a step further on the channel. I've contacted a company that specializes in the material that you need for a Faraday cage, so you can build your own, something heavy duty, long lasting. So that's what we're working on. So videos coming soon. Actually, I've been working my butt off. Today I've been filming another power generator. I've been contacted by 3 more companies. One I really took a look at because it looked like they were a European model. The plugs were not American. All right, I'm sitting looking at it, and they really wanted me to do a review for them. I'm like looking at them like, do you have an American model? No. So, well, how am I supposed to review that? I don't have adapters and stuff to plug in my appliance in this thing with that weird plug that y'all have. I mean, come on now. But I did get one in today. I've been doing a review, running the refrigerator and stuff like that. It was quite a nice little system. It actually surprised me because when I saw it, I'm like, I don't know. It looks kind of small and kind of worried about it. But yeah, so far I got some more filming to do tomorrow on that, and then I'll bring that to you guys, kind of show you what it is. And again, with those affiliate links and stuff, guys, you don't have to buy anything. That's just me showing you a product in depth, and y'all can make a decision on that. Y'all ain't got to buy nothing. It's kind of like doing a product, showing you it, so you can actually see if it works or not, compared to just looking at a website and going, I don't know. Well, let's do an actual video on stuff. So that's what we're doing. We also have a big chat. My bug out game growing up was the Oregon Trail. I do remember the Oregon Trail. I was 5th grade, I think it was, and we had the big old floppy disk. My math was not very good when I was a kid, and I sucked at it. It was horrible. I could never get. I can remember the whole game. I think you have to go to a stream. I don't really remember the game. I just remember when they gave me the math problems, I wasn't any good at it. You got a notification on the live stream day by day. Awesome. At least I'm glad you did. We do have issues with that for sure. Survival Living, love the channel. MD Prepper Dad. We definitely do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Sweet Tea, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. ACP, sorry, was watching your governor and give him hell. Yeah. Oh, Ron DeSantis. Yeah. I hope he can. I hope he can do the things that I think he's going to be trying to do. Unfortunately, with politics, guys, it's all wrapped up. It is. I mean, we see governors and senators try to do things. There's just so much corruption and so much limitation people can do. Each state really needs to start regulating themselves. They're supposed to, right? But ever since the federal government started giving federal fundings, if you do this, we'll give you this, a lot of our state sovereignty from states running themselves went away. So I hope this state sticks it to them and sticks to the state. I'm not talking about seceding from the union or anything like that. I'm talking about just protect your state. That's what these officials need to be. When they're over a state, they need to be worried about that state, not what chair they get to move to in 8 years. If they do a good job here, they can move up to Congress and stuff like that to better their career. That's not what their career is supposed to be. If they want to run for Congress, go run for Congress. Don't use Senate. Don't use Senate. Senate's above governor. Don't use governor just as a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? I wish there was more pride in the political structure when people try to rule, run a state and stuff. I wish there was more pride in it. Karen, good to see you, my friend. It's been a minute. Hope you are doing well. Yes, I am doing very well. Good to see you. Floorboards. No, that's my seat creaking. I have a custom center console, and it's right against the leather, so it's always making that noise. I got a notification. Yay. Mike Flick, good to see you. Really appreciate you doing this to help people once they realize they have the ability to survive, there's a lot less stress. The more field tricks you know, the more confident person becomes. Mike, yeah, I agree with that, Mike. Um, I want to say something and not upset anybody. You know me, I'm always upsetting people. Okay, so outdoor survival, guys. As you know, I'm a I pride myself on the channel. I know pride's a horrible thing, but I hold myself to a standard. You got to be able to do the stuff, show the stuff, to teach the stuff, not just sit around and talk. You have to be able to show. Okay. Now I have many different reasons for that. One, separate myself from other people. I see the comments of make sure you go buy a lot of outdoor survival books. Knowledge is everything. Yes and no. Knowledge is good to have, absolutely. But if you're not actually utilizing this, and when I say utilizing, I mean actually going out and doing what you're reading in the books, it does you no good. They don't. I know I'm going to make everybody mad on that. This is coming from a guy that's in the woods all the time. This is coming from a guy that has wrote novels. I wrote short stories. I actually had one published, one novel published. So I got to talk to a lot of different people that most people don't get to talk to. I know for a fact that a lot of these survival books are taken from forums, YouTube's, websites, and they write it all down. They just copy paste the information, tweak it around a little bit, and they got a brand new survival book, although they have not actually done it themselves. But everybody else thinks it's a great idea, so they put it in their book to fill it up. The fact is, guys, you need hands-on, not just knowledge. You need to be out there doing the stuff. There's so many factors that come into play with outdoor survival that you have to have that muscle memory in your body. You have to, all right, let's take a example, the bow drill. On paper, looks simple. Cut your piece of wood, make sure it's dry, make your spindle, put on your shoestring, just go to town. It's not. You have to have the practice of knowing exactly what type of speed you need to be doing, because there's actually different stages in that process. You need to have the muscle memory as far as what type of pressure you need to be applying, which changes by what the wood is telling you, because you're also watching the dust manufacture from the wood. You're listening for certain sounds while you're doing it, and you're registering, okay, that squeak is caused by either the end of my spindle, or I've got it too dry, or the other end of the spindle is not rounded enough. Also with this, you got to be able to read the smoke that is producing from the fireboard. Just because you see smoke does not mean that you're going to start fire. I mean, I could get up there, run it like crazy. I could produce smoke like crazy right off the bat, but I'm just burning everything up, and I'm not actually causing an ember. I'm just burning up my spindle pit. So this information is not learned in a book. It's not. I've read so many books on bow drills, doesn't cover that. You actually have to put your hands on it. And the reason I bring this up as an example is because I see a lot of comments in the prepper community about, well, make sure you store up books. Make sure you store up books. Knowledge is one thing, but you've got to have the practicality, because when it comes down to you need it right now, you don't have time to play around and practice, because you got to, let's say you got to boil your water right now. You got to get fire going. You don't have anything, but you remember the book smart on how to make a bow drill. But if you don't know how to actually use it, that doesn't do you any good. It don't. I know how to use a bow drill. My second night at that Pathfinder course, I was so exhausted, I could barely even raise my arm. I physically was not able to do it. So what I do, register in my head, dry out my material as best I can, get it prepared for the next day once I was able to rest up my shoulder. So I do see the comments where my plan to survive is to, what was it? Oh man, it was a doozy one too. Oh, I plan on being able, people will come to me in survival because I have so much information. They actually believe, because they have books and they've read enough books, that they're going to be, people are going to flock to them for their information on survival, even though they've never done it. They never attempted to do this stuff. As a matter of fact, they haven't even been outdoors, but they got plenty of books on it. Those individuals that think that their knowledge on a subject is going to make them valuable during SHTF, just because you have book smarts on something, no, because I'll tell you a little secret. Being a welder all my life, it looks good on paper till you actually have to do it. And a lot of that stuff in those books only work for certain areas or don't work at all. So, yeah, I know I probably ticked off a lot of people, so we're scrolling in. As a matter of fact, we just had a bunch of people log off, and that's fine. Don't want you here. I want people that actually want to learn how to survive. That's what I want. I want people here that actually want to learn and actually want to survive. I don't care if I upset people. I can't believe he said that. He hurt my feelings. Well, if you're one of those people that believe that you're going to rule the community because you know things, but you don't actually know how to do actually application process of things, yeah, good luck. All right, scrolling through here, guys. One in American, I found a tip of smoking a cotton ball with Vaseline and wrap it in a square of foil, cut an X in it. Been able to light it, move it around by grabbing foil and tamp it out and reuse. Yeah. Actually, I first seen that one through Black Scout Survival. I've never done the wrap it up aluminum foil. Actually makes plenty of sense because once you light it and actually get whatever it is, tinder that you're trying to get ignited, yeah, you're able to pull it out. You can stamp it out because you're basically cutting off the oxygen flow to it, and you're able to reuse it. Yeah, so it's actually a very, very cool tip. I did see that over there at Black Scout Survival, I don't know, about a month ago, I guess. And I forgot what he calls them, fire nuggets or something like that. I forgot what he calls it. Rage Against Machine, gas mask filters selling like hotcakes. I don't know how the filters are. I don't actually have any information on what sells and what not. We just recently got hooked up with MIRA Saftey. They deal with gas masks, chemical suits, the whole 9 yards. We have gas masks and stuff. They're actually sending me one of their top brands. They asked me if I wanted one to check out. I'm like, yep. So which one do you want? I said, I want that expensive one. I want to see the best one that you got. So they're actually sending it to me so I can test it out, check it out and everything. But yeah, we're affiliated with them now. So hopefully we'll be able to do more reviews and stuff on, products like that. And we've done review products on all kind of different stuff. I still have my GP5 gas mask. I still have filters for that. I do know about 2 years ago, well, right before the pandemic, gas mask went through the roof. What I was usually buying, I was buying a lot of them too, because I bought a whole bunch of them in a pocket for my group there. I think I was paying $20 for a GP5 plus a filter, and then it went up through the roof like $70-80 for the exact same thing, and then all of a sudden they weren't available anymore. So yeah, they do go up. Jeff, good to see you, brother. How are you doing? JT, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? All right, scrolling through here, guys. I know I'm way behind, so give me a moment while I get caught up here. Trying to. I agree 100%. You need to be doing it. Many years working alone, helicopter drop-offs in Arctic. Very different than in a book. Van City Prepper. Yeah, I agree. And that's not trying to be mean towards anybody. I do want people to wake up. I've been outdoors before. I talked about I helped worked in a survival course, and we took some what I call fat cats out there. They thought they're going to be out there drinking beer and hanging out and shooting the breeze. No, if that's part of the survival course, you're out there for a reason, and we put you through this. We put you through the test. So yeah, I've seen the people talk smack, and then when they get out there, their eyes go, oh crap, and then they can't perform. And there's a lot of different things. I've had fail ratios on the bow drill before. I've had fail ratios on getting a fire in wet condition just because the conditions were so exhausted and I was working on something for so long, trying to get the right tinder made up, and a wind blows sideways and blows that sideways rain right in my little protective shelter that I built to keep everything dry while I was working, and now everything soaked again. Yeah, I've had those fails. It happens. The main thing is moving forward and keeping your attitude correct in survival and take a step forward. Sometimes you got to take a step back and collect yourself. Get your emotions back down because it's easy to fly off the handle, scream at a tree when everything's not going your way. It is. It really is easy to do that. Farmer's son Preppin's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. All right, scrolling through here, guys. JT, your stories are awesome. Yeah, when I first started, I was writing speculative fiction, kind of like swords and fantasy type of stuff. Um, I'm not into swords and fantasy. It's just I like the altered reality storytelling. It's what I enjoyed writing, and that's what I started doing. And I got a couple short stories made, and I had a short story actually get sold. It wasn't much, like $300. But when I was working on my military fiction novel, that's the one that we self-published, and then I'm working on Freight whenever I can. The fictionalized version of going out as a train rider. Richie, good to see you, my friend. Definitely not simple. Yeah, it's not. But you can train your body for it. You definitely can. All right, scrolling through here, CFP and get a few blisters. Yeah, yeah, very possible. All right, scrolling through here, guys. Brian Keith, good to see you, man. How you doing? Just got home from Wally World. Just bought over $160 worth of canned goods. Awesome. Definitely awesome. My dad and I just had a talk on the porch. He went to the store. He was trying to get him some beef, and the prices were ridiculous. He was looking at a steak. It's like an 1/8 inch thick, maybe it's a little bit bigger. It was like $18 for one. He's like, I ain't paying price. I'm not paying that price. In which I told him this was coming. He was upset about it, and I mean, yeah, it is upsetting that we're seeing this stuff, and it's a manipulated push. Our prices for red meat. We've been calling it. They blatantly told everybody it, and everyone got up in arms and ticked off about it. And then they go back, go, oh no, we never said that you're only going to be limited to one cheeseburger a month. Oh no, they can't force you to only have one cheeseburger a month, but what they can do is price the meat so ridiculously high that you can't afford to go buy something else. All right, so you jump up the minimum wage in other states. You don't think that has a filtering effect where the rest of the country, that's their minimum wage is $8.75 an hour? It does. It affects everything. This stuff is all planned. Every single bit of it is planned. They think this stuff out. Okay, we're gonna have problems over there. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna buy up a lot of farmland. All right. What we're gonna do with that farmland? Sit on it. We're just gonna sit on it. All right. Now we're causing a shortage. Now, oh wait, my investment in fake meat, lab grown meat, is now going to be required because the meat shortage and it's just too expensive to buy regular meat. Oh, let me offer you this. We're the saviors now. It's all planned out. Every single bit of it is. Nothing's coincidence. All right, scrolling through here, guys. Farmer Son Prepping. Definitely do appreciate the super chat, my friend. God bless. Love your channel. Awesome. Well, hopefully you find some good information out of here. If not, maybe it's good for a good laugh every now and then. But definitely do appreciate the support, my friend. Thank you. Ark Wildman. Good to see you, man. How you doing? Arkansas whoop ass. I just love that name. Hi from Arkansas. Good to see you, man. How you doing? All right, scrolling through here. Who needs a bow drill when you have a CFP fire kit? There you go. Hey, I didn't plug it. Silver Bucket did. Yes, we still manufacture the CFP fire kits. That is only available through Ryan's website. He was the first person that gave me my chance with that when we started the first part of the business, and that's the only person you can buy it through. I don't even sell it. I just manufacture them, send it to him, and he takes care of the rest. So I don't have to deal with any of that overhead stuff. That's all on him over there. He actually gave us an avenue for that. But yeah, the bow drill guys, That's a last resort in fire making. Everything else, you don't have, you lost your lighter or whatever. You're out of matches, whatever. Matches got wet. Also, by the way, wood matches, if you're gonna treat them with wax, treat them all the way with wax. Dip your wax in about halfway, well, about 3/4 of the way of the match. Pull it out, let it cool off, flip it over, dip the other side in, because what most people don't realize is that moisture will actually go through the wooden part of the match and make the match head on the inside damp. So you actually have to wax the whole thing. And now when you go to ignite it, you want to break off the wax on your match head and break a little bit back from the wood. Because if you go to strike that thing, one, the wax is going to gum up your striker. And also, if it's just right there at the head, as soon as you light it, that wax is going to melt and sometimes puts out your fire. And if that was the only match you had left, that's going to suck. All right, scrolling through here. Oh, yeah. And also, we just recently got teamed up with Nutrient Survival. I've had a lot of people asking me to look into number 10 cans because it's easier for other people to stock them up. And so we did. We got up with Nutrient Survival finally. We actually put in for an affiliate with them 8 months ago, something like that. It's been a while. I did try to get an affiliate with Augason Farms because we actually use them. We've been using them for a very long time before we even started doing YouTube. I have never been able to get into the affiliate program with them. Don't know why. I went ahead and reapplied with them again. I did that yesterday. But I don't know if anything's going to happen because I know that they've shut down a lot of stuff because of their shortage that they're dealing with. But, you know, maybe one day. Let's see here. I work in the meat department of a large club store. The prices and supplies are freaking people out big time. Arkansas, yeah, it is. Find a local meat locker, cheaper, better beef. Well, I agree with you on that, and it just depends on where you're at. All right, I live in a tourist town. I've seen the comments, and I do agree with you, blue collar, absolutely. If you got access to a farmer nearby or a rancher or something that processes their own stuff, you can get better deals. Absolutely can. I saw the comments say, well, you need to get up to the farmer for your hay for your rabbits. My wife's rabbits are very particular on what they eat. It has to be second cut Timothy hay, or they won't eat anything else. We already tried it. They will not touch it. 2, we're limited storage. I'm not going to go buy another storage facility just for rabbit hay. I'm just not going to do it. And also, we have to be real secretive about what we put in our storage because there is rules in some storage facilities due to rodent problems because people stockpile food, hay, and stuff like that. You're going to have rodents coming into the storage facility, so you have to be careful. Unfortunately, just about all the storage facilities around me has got a camera down every single aisle. I mean, you're going to tell me that they're not watching you put stuff in your storage? Yeah, they do. But yeah, if you have access to a farmer, absolutely. I was watching one of those cases, day 3. I got to be real careful the name I use here because my buddy Ryan just got nailed on Twitter over this. Kyle, you know who I'm talking about? Kenosha. You guys remember that story? So they're on day 3 of the trial. I watch this because it does affect everybody. It really does. What happens from this trial will affect everybody. Now, I'm talking about your 2A rights and everything else, okay? But when I was watching it, I remember when all this stuff happened. Everybody remembers the cell phone videos, you know, right on the ground, what's going on and stuff. Well, they're showing positions of people by recording from a flare in the air. They got the car dealership, they got groups of people here, the tracking and all this stuff. Yeah, they're always watching. Always watching. I bring this up because I had a comment on one of my Facebook posts. And yeah, I use Facebook, I use Twitter, I use all that stuff because we expand our YouTube channel to get more people interested in it. I mean, just the fact is, we got 25,000 subscribers, and I'm lucky if I can get 1,000 to watch a video. So I have to expand, and that's social media platforms. That's what you do. But yeah, the comment was you should never show your preps and supplies online or on footage or anything like that. And I'm reading all the other comments. I never do. Blah blah. They're just going crazy. I only show what I want you to see. Every frame, everything I video has already been panned out. I don't just grab a camera and start showing stuff. I've already got it all worked out before I ever start filming. Sure, you got, parts of the property I'm sitting on. Don't know where I live. Now, some of that's actually traced down an IPX address and stuff like that. Sure, they can. I don't even get my mail delivered here. I get my mail somewhere else. Now, be careful on doing certain things because you do have to set up residency in your state. If you got a bunch of stuff mixed up, you can want to get in trouble with that. Each state makes sure that you follow local laws. You don't want to get hemmed up and fined out the wazoo before SHTF. You just don't want that to happen. But I've seen these comments and stuff. You just be smart about it. All right. I show our preps and stuff to encourage others to prep. I think the biggest thing is that people are getting ticked off because either their channel's not doing well or jealousy or whatever. I'm doing this for almost 3 years now. I do weekly preps to encourage others to prep. I'm not saying go buy the exact same stuff I buy. Prep what you eat. That's what I've always said. Just like our long-term food storage, I always tell everybody, get 2 years supply of normal foods, canned goods, dry goods. Get that stuff stocked up before you go buy long-term food storage. Long-term food is expensive. It is. That freeze-dried food is good, lasts 25 years. But if you only got 3 months supply of it, considered to the price that you could have bought as your normal canned goods and dry goods, yeah, I'd go with that first before you get into long-term foods. Now, if you're sitting good, you got plenty of seeds, you got enough food put back for multiple growing seasons, then get into long-term food storage. But don't let that be your first. Judge 7, love your videos, sirs. I greatly appreciate what you do for us and your videos. Awesome. Well, I definitely try to teach as much as possible, and what I'm going for is off of my experience. If it's something I don't know, I'm happy to tell you, I don't know. Meat is so expensive. The squirrel in the backyard looking tasty. David, dude, squirrel is tasty. I love squirrel, man. I grew up eating squirrel. Freaking love squirrel. I love squirrel season. Unfortunately, where I'm at, Hurricane Michael destroyed a lot of stuff out here. I haven't seen a single squirrel. I didn't see a squirrel last year, and I ain't seen a squirrel this year. Even when I was out camping, not a sound. So I'm kind of upset about that. So I got my hunting license and everything, and I'm not coming across anything out here. All right, scrolling through here, guys. I know I'm behind. I do apologize again, guys. All right. Meat is a treat for me. Can I dip matchsticks heated Vaseline first, freeze, then dip matchsticks in wax just like cotton flat pads? Head trip. I don't know. Never tried that. Interesting. I would like to see what Vaseline petroleum jelly does to the match head itself, because you got to think there's also phosphorus on there too. I'm curious to see what would happen. I'll do a test, see if that works. As far as freezing, no, I wouldn't worry about trying to freeze it, because if you got petroleum on it, like Vaseline, I don't know how. It's got to be pretty cold to freeze petroleum. Petroleum jelly Vaseline. It's got to be pretty cold. And then once you freeze it, now you've added moisture into it, So just like when we freeze our rice, we air dry it because there is moisture captured in there. I don't know. It's an interesting project to try. Don't really know though. Survival Living, your wife has those rabbits spoiled. Ah, yes, yes, she does. Those are her babies. It's infuriating this trial is even happening. Johnny Arcade. Yep, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. All right, scrolling through here. I quit FB when they started asking about people who know people that are too prepared day by day. Yeah, I saw those the posts. I even had them pop up on my thing too. The fact is, there's so much stuff with facial recognition nowadays. I'm not even worried about it because they have me in their system. They've had me in their system for many years. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't change anything. They know exactly who we are. We're all on facial recognition. Facebook, Mark Fugel was talking about this the other night about the facial recognition. People that weren't even on social media, but because your buddy took a picture of you with them, whatever, and they posted it online, they're actually facial recognizing who you are in the photo, even though you don't even have a social media account. So, like I said, though, we use Facebook to extend our reach for our channel. That's what we use it for. Jeff, I don't get YouTube. Why subscribe to a channel and not watch the content? I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. If I subscribe to somebody, I'm over there watching their channel. Now, sometimes I don't get to watch every video. I don't. I'm always filming or doing a live stream or working on something else. I'm always busy on stuff, just like these review videos. I mean, it's going to take me 2 days to do this review video. Then that's just testing out the equipment and then put it all together, edit it and everything else, upload it. So it takes me some time. While I'm doing all that, I don't have time to sit down and watch something. Do I try to go back and watch videos? Absolutely. I always try to support other creators. I try to do shout outs and stuff like that. But between running out in the woods, running a YouTube channel, website, and everything else, I never have a lot of time. I mean, sometimes I might be able to I might be able to sit down and watch one YouTube video during the day, and that's about it. Usually at nighttime, I'm glad Mark Fugel does this later at night, because usually I didn't call it a night. I'm laying down. I can put it on while I'm laying in bed, listen to what he's saying, watching his articles that he's, reading off of. But I don't go to bed till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm either answering emails, I'm answering emails to affiliate programs, stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a constant thing. I mean, last 3 days I've been working on the website. And that takes a long time. It really does. I'm building the website with my cell phone. That takes a very long time because I got fat fingers. Brian Keith. I got a little over 200 subs on my channel, and I can only get about 20 views on the most videos one I upload to my channel. Brian, I do know you have your own YouTube channel there. How long have you been on YouTube? Because this also takes an effect too. How long have you been on YouTube? Are you tagging key phrases to your videos? When it says add tag. Now you need to do tag research. Okay. If you go to, Brian G. Johnson, Nick Nimmin, or D. Nimmin, watch their videos on how to tag and get more views on your video. They teach you how to do a breakdown. You log in incognito onto YouTube. You type in a subject, and it'll show you what people actually type in for that subject, and you want to match those type of words for your tag, because when people type it in, how do I skin a cat or whatever, you want to look for what is being used the most. And when you do a video, you want to do a video that is more prominent topic, because if you do a video that no one's really looking for, you will never get a view on that. So it's not just make a video, put it up there, and hope for the best. You actually have to do the tag research and stuff. Thumbnail creation. You need to work on your thumbnails, because actually the thumbnails is what causes your click-through rate. All right, if you got a nice thumbnail, a great title, something that's going to attract somebody, that helps your channel, because when that rate goes up, YouTube starts pushing your channel more. So there's little tips there, but yeah, definitely check out those channels there and see if there's anything you need to work on. I'm always working on something on my channel all the time. It's a full-time job. It really is. I enjoy doing it, but it is a full-time job. Would you mind doing a video about what you would like to have in your car? SHTF gonna get home kit. Brian, I do have a video on that. I got my wife's get home bag. I did a video on. I have to find, it's in my playlist, and I've got a lot of videos. I got like 730 videos now. I can't remember the name of the title. I think it's actually Get Home Bag Wife's Edition. I think that's what it is, because usually she's using the vehicle, because I'm always filming somewhere. When I go to the woods, she drops me off and leaves. Well, all those outdoor videos that I do out in the woods, guys, I have no way out except for walking out. She drops me off, and I don't see her till a designated time, designated day. We've already got it all mapped out. So yeah, when I go out, I'm really going out. So, but I'm confident in my skills though. But yeah, I have nothing wrong with doing an updated version of that, Brian. How much does squirrel taste like chicken? It don't. I don't think it does at all. The meat's different as far as it's. I don't think it does. But I don't have the world's greatest taste buds either. But tree rat, yummy. Yeah, that's what we call them, tree rats. I'm in the boonies in a cabin and wood stove. All right, scrolling through here. Of course, I'm joking about the meat. When the problem hits, I will be writing Nighthawk for my neighbor. What do you think about Ecoflow? Actually, Ecoflow has a very good product line. We're actually affiliated with Ecoflow. We should have links in the descriptions there. I do not have an Ecoflow. I joined their affiliate program. I put in for a review video, because I'm not going to go buy every single solar generator, guys. I don't have that type of money. But as an affiliate, I can request items, and I send the request in. They look at my analytics and go, okay, well, people don't really watch your videos, or yeah, you got enough people, we'll send you one. So I've never done a review on Ecoflow. We are affiliated with several different ones, and we've done breakdown videos of what they're capable of and stuff like that, and then you can make a decision on if it's something like you want to use. But Ecoflow, I've not really heard anything tangible wrong with it. And let me say it that way. A lot of people like to make videos on solar generators and not have a clue what they're talking about. And a lot of YouTubers, let me give you a little extra inside scoop on YouTubing. So when you work with an affiliate program and you find out that it's crap, or you don't like the percentages that you're getting, basically you can hold it for hostage. Yeah. Well, you're not paying me enough to do this video, which I don't get paid to do a video. I usually get a product for free. All right. But if you got a big enough audience base, you can negotiate what it is. Okay. So you've got the product, you're testing it out. Now you're going to renegotiate your stuff. Well, if you don't renegotiate this price and pay me this, I'm going to give you a bad review. Well, most companies, they go, well, we don't want that to happen. We're just going to pay you. What do you want to take down your video? See what I'm saying? And that does happen here. As a matter of fact, there was another individual, a prepping channel, that did a review on the OKMO series. I like OKMO. We've got 3 of them. We got two 1,000 watts, and we got the one 2,000 watt. Passed everything we threw at it, and we put it through a heck of a test. My buddy Ryan over there, he's gone in business with OKMO now because he's a actual store owner. He actually took this whole thing apart, broke it down, showing the battery systems, everything, reassemble it, and running it. This is why my affiliate links for OKMO now, because they asked me if I wanted to join their affiliates, and I said yes, because it's proven to work. I now go through Ryan, their Prescott Caliber Club. We were able to give a better commission. We're able to give a better discount with people because, you know, we have our own discount code with Ryan over the Prescott Caliber Club. Saves other people money when they buy through him. But I've seen the review, and you know, I can read the BS when I see it. One, this particular individual, OKMO never has ever said that they can run a full refrigerator. Never. You can take a look at their advertisement. They have never claimed to run a full refrigerator. Also, when you run things, you need to amp it out and watt it out to see exactly if your system can run it. That's why I show the kilowatt meter. You plug it in for an hour and you see exactly how much you use when the compressor kicks on, all that stuff. Because if it exceeds what your unit's going to do, it's not going to do it. It'll shut itself off. And if you keep on messing with it, you'll eventually burn it out. It's electronic, okay? So this particular individual kept on about the refrigerator. Well, OKMO never said they could. And plus, you got to amp it out to see if it actually works. And then they do another video, and they pull out this little extension cord. Looks like one from a Dollar Tree, saying that that's their cord for their big old refrigerator. The refrigerator is not pulled from the wall, though. And if you already pulled the refrigerator out to unplug it, you guys have seen a refrigerator cord. Even a 110 outlet is still a heavy-duty plug. It's not some little scrawny little plug in a new refrigerator. So they're faking it. All they did was drop a drop cord, extension cord behind the back of the refrigerator and holding the end. So look, I'm plugged it in. It won't even, nothing's working. Of course it's not working because it's not plugged into anything. It's not the right cord. You must think I'm an idiot. But this individual wanted to go ahead and talk about if anybody says OKMO is good, they're lying to you. These YouTubers, they're lying to you. I wanted to do. I thought about it. I was pissed because I put mine through the test. I'm talking about circular saw, table saws, everything, grinders, refrigerators, mini fridges. I put this thing through the test, amping everything out to show. So I thought about doing a review. This person's a lot bigger than I am, though. But this person's always poor mouthing how poor they are. How poor they are. When you have over 400,000 subscribers, let me tell you another little YouTube trick. If you got over 400,000 subscribers and you're averaging 80 to 100,000 views a video, you're not poor. Now, every YouTuber has a different CTR, and they get paid differently. Mine's pretty high up. All right, I make about $13 per 1,000 views. That's what I average. $13 per 1,000 views, and that's actually pretty high. I had a video that did like 150,000 views. That was one of my food prep videos, I think it was. So I took into correlation what that video made the entire time. I made roughly $900 off of that video. $900, 150,000 views. So when you see these people that have a couple 100,000 views and they're producing 3 to 4 videos a week with the same numbers, that's what they're making a week, plus affiliate programs and stuff like that. So when they start poor mouthing about how they just don't have any money, YouTube's difficult enough. But when you have people playing off other people like that, I don't like. I just don't. All right, I've been in the game long enough on YouTube to realize how things work. And I'm like, no, you're full of it. You are. But yeah, a little YouTube tip for everybody. All right, scrolling through here. All right, scrolling through. Raising his machine, Marfugal, he sure did show facial recognition. Yeah, Adam over there has been covering this stuff for years, guys. I do remember his car videos and stuff like that. I got a lot of respect for Adam himself. He's helped out this channel a lot with shout outs. I've called in many times. I like calling in. If I got a subject I want to talk about, I'll call in. Usually I'm late trying to call in. I'm usually like the last caller because I'm sitting there watching and go, oh, I wonder if they're doing a call in tonight. It'd be like an hour in. I'll be trying to call. So, I do try to call in a lot there. But he's been on top of this stuff, and he just reads the articles that's out there. He reads the articles on it. He's not making any, I hear, oh, he's fear porn. No, he's actually just reading you the documents. You have to make a decision on what you're going to do about it. If they're sitting there saying something's fixing to go on, he's just showing you the lineup of the stuff. That's not fear porn. That's education. Last night I didn't get to sleep till 5 a.m. Brian Keith. Again, Brian, definitely check out those channels I was telling you about. They help me become a better YouTuber. That's the best thing I can tell people. Brian G. Johnson, Nick and D. Nimmin, they're both brothers. They got 2 separate channels. They teach you the breakdown, mobile, YouTubing, using the computer, all that stuff. And they break it down. That's where I learned. I didn't know how to do any of this stuff when I first started. I'm still working on it. I have squirrels. Come get them, please. T. Prada. Actually, I love squirrel. All right. Learn how to make cotton pads in liquid Vaseline, freeze, and dip in wax. We have covered the fire chip, which is a cotton pad with wax. We've done that. We've covered the cotton pads with Vaseline. That's actually in our fire kits. Those are the ones that we sell through Prescott Caliber Club. Yeah, as far as freezing, I don't know about freezing. I used to work in the oil fields. Vaseline is petroleum. It's off of, it's a byproduct from everything that we pulled out of the ground. I don't know what the temperature is to freeze Vaseline. And then, like I said, when you start freezing stuff, and then you're going to take it and dip it into a hot melted wax, there's going to be a condensation buildup. It's going to be something I'm going to have to test out. So I'm not going to say it's not possible. I'm just saying I've got concerns about it, but I want to test it out and take a look at it. So I definitely give it a test. All right, scrolling through here. Just sub to Brian Keith. Awesome, guys. I think squirrel tastes like chicken dark meat, Arkansas. Yeah, my taste buds are horrible. Even like just asking about matchsticks. We'll have to check out myself. Thank you for the idea. Learn cotton fire starters from 2000. Sweet tea. Love the new backpack. It's amazing and fits perfectly. Awesome. So you already got it in. Yeah, sweet tea. So that's the backpack I got off Amazon. I had bought my wife one because you guys see my big old camo one. That's a freaking big backpack. It opens up to be even larger. That's my camp pack. If I'm gonna be there a while and I want a lot of extra supplies, I use that real big one. When I went to Pathfinder course, I wanted a smaller pack because I knew I was going to be going through brush. Because I know what restrictions I run through with my large pack because I'm always outdoors. You don't want a huge pack trying to go through thick brush. You're going to get hung up on everything. So I bought one of those packs for my wife, looked it over and stuff, and I really liked it. So I went ahead and bought myself one for the Pathfinder course. Best thing with that canvas material, I took mine and I went and got some water treatment spray. Sorry, guys. I'm sure that was loud. Somebody's texting me right now. I'm on my cell phone, guys, so don't text me directly while I'm live streaming. So I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So waterproof it. Get you a can spray of waterproofing. There's many different products out there. I take mine outside, spray it down, let it dry out so it adds to the waterproof. This is a canvas material, which I do like. I had a tear in mine from my bucksaw blade because I usually use electrical tape on the bucksaw blade until I build my bucksaw. And I wasn't carrying any extra electrical tape when I went to the Pathfinder course because we had a lot of stuff taken away from us and we had bare minimum that we had to operate with. So the bucksaw blade kept rubbing inside my pack. But since it's canvas, you take super glue, run down the cut of the canvas, and use bank line, which I used dental floss for years as a train rider. But bank line, separate the twines of bank line, stitch it right up. You can also take duct tape, but I prefer Gorilla tape. Put on the inside of your tear, lay your tear down, put your other piece on top. Duct tape. All right, now stitch it. They ain't going nowhere. All right, if you don't have super glue, works really well. But I like working with canvas backpacks. They're so much easier to repair. But that is awesome that you got yours in. And I do like that they dropped the price. I think I paid like $40, and when I went back and looked at it, I think it was like on sale for 30 or something like that, which is actually pretty cool. Light travel, I have a Bluetti system. Love it. Yeah, we did a review on a Bluetti. I can't remember the product. It's like a 700 watt or 800 watt system. I think that's what it was. Yeah, blew me away. Has a little wireless charger on the top for cell phone. It couldn't power our circular saw, but only because circular saws, skill saws, have such a big kick, peak for the kick to turn on. But it was able to run our mini fridge. It was able to run a jigsaw, a grinder, fans. So we were able to run all kind of stuff through it. And Bluetti is also a very good product. And again, we are affiliated with them as well. Let's see here. And also our Bluetti. That's one thing that I really liked about Bluetti because all the solar generators I've been testing, they only come with a wall outlet plug-in or the car charger, but they have the spot for solar. But none of them has given me a solar adapter except for Bluetti. They actually sent it with the machine itself, which was really freaking cool. So I just plugged it right into a solar panel and started charging with it. You can dip wood matches in candle wax and make them waterproof. Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, you need to dip the entire match in wax because if you leave any open wood in, it will absorb moisture through the wooden match to the match head itself. So make sure you do it all the way through. All right, scrolling through here. Have you put a EMP shield on yours? I'm afraid to screw with mine. Head trip. If you're talking about hooking up EMP shield on a solar generator, last I talked to the guys there at EMP shield, they do not make one for a solar generator. If you have it plugged in, if you got an EMP shield on your home and you have your EMP shield plugged into the wall, charging it up, it's protected. But they don't have a specific unit that hooks to the solar generator. Now they have one for generators. They have one for solar. They got one for RVs, boats, vehicles, and for a home. So as of right now, since last I talked to him, because I had somebody else buying a Bluetti through me and asked about a EMP shield for it. When I contacted them, they didn't have one specifically for solar generators. But what they have, you hook it up to the house as long as your EMP shield is plugged in, charging, you're good. But as soon as you take that charge off, unplug it from that security being charged up, it's exposed. And that's where Faraday bags and Faraday cages come into play. All right, scrolling through here. And my screen's getting stuck here. Give me a second, guys. Shadow ban is one of YouTube's little tricks. Yeah, it is Rage Against Machine. A lot of the bigger creators that are in tight with YouTube, they say, oh, there's no such thing as shadow ban. There is. There is big time. The biggest example of this was after January incident of this year, let's put it that way, where people went to a certain area and went in. Uh, Everybody that covered that got censored. I got censored because I was covering what was going on. Um, and it was after the first 100 days of the administration, we all got notified that they were releasing the reins on creators now. They were giving the administration their 100 days of pretty much silencing us a lot. So yeah, because as soon as that was released, my channel blew up several thousand. It just took off, jumped up several thousand once it got released. So yeah, it is a real thing. It does happen. Someday I will be a YouTube millionaire. All right, scrolling through here, guys. ECAT, good to see you. I'm pretty sure that's pronounced Eka T. I could be wrong, but definitely good to see you. Harvey Black, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Brian Keith, here soon I'll be making a video for the Firebow video. When I'm done, I'll hit you up somehow. Supposed to be nice in the area this weekend. Awesome. Yeah, like I said, guys, for those that want to do the one wood bow deal challenge, I got that video up there for y'all. If y'all do it, film it and everything, like I described in the video, let me know and I'll showcase you here on the channel and give you guys some more exposure on that. Scrolling through here. JT, the freeze point of petroleum jelly is negative 49 degrees Fahrenheit. JT, definitely thank you for finding that fact for us. I figured it had to be cold. Yeah, so my refrigerator, there's no way I'm going to be able to freeze petroleum jelly. So interesting to think of. Interesting little concept. I don't know. What would you need? Liquid nitrogen, 49 degrees negative. That's cold. That's Fahrenheit or Celsius? Fahrenheit. All right, scrolling through here. Done a video on it. It lasted 9 minutes or so. SD Mountain Man. I'm behind in the chat. I don't know what your video was on. If you were you covering the January event? Yeah, a lot of us got smacked down over that one. Hurricane Lantern's best fuel to use in them? Question mark. That would be regular lamp oil. Shelf stable on lamp oil lasts for a very long time. We have a couple of the lamp oil lanterns. Those work great. Also, if you want to use propane ones, the regular camp lanterns, they work great as well. You don't have to worry about any carbon monoxide or anything from your lamp oil. So you can think about that. I do not like using propane equipment indoors. Now, a lot of people say, well, it's the same as your gas stove. Well, your gas stove, you got a range sucking, causing ventilation. But these propane containers, like Coleman and stuff, is a mixture of butane and propane. You don't want to be using those indoors. When I turned 21, I did a camping trip in North Carolina, which my birthday's in January. It was snowing. I was freezing my butt off. So I brought in my camp stove, and that was the gasoline version. And I also my lantern was not gasoline. It was the white gas, the camp gas. It wasn't propane, so I'm wrong on that. It was both. They were both white gas, and I fired them up inside the tent. A park ranger woke me up the next day. I was halfway in the tent, halfway out in the snow, puke everywhere. It wasn't because I was drinking. I didn't drink at the time, but I had gotten overcome by the fumes, and at least I made it out of the tent. Could have killed me. So yeah, I don't operate any of that stuff indoors without ventilation at all. But we usually use lamp oil for our lanterns. All right, scrolling through here. guys. Trying to get caught up here. We got to wrap up here pretty soon. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch some questions here, guys. All right, so I'm wrapped up. I've even noticed myself getting woozy, use my butane stove indoors without the window open. Yeah, personally, like I said, I don't recommend doing these things indoors unless you have ventilation. It's just safer. Last thing you want to do. See, I do remember that trip, and I remember I was feeling nauseous. I was feeling very sleepy, very tired, and I couldn't, and not like I was just exhausted. Oh, I might lay down for a minute. No, I'm talking about like that fast. I was just exhausted, like I was about to fall asleep, more pass out. I was able to get the zipper open on the door, and that's all I remember. So apparently I stuck my head out and passed out. So yeah, I just don't play around with that. I don't think anybody should. You should definitely be careful. JT, you should have some ventilation with propane stoves and lamps. Yes, I do agree with you. All right, guys. So we're going to wrap this up. Monoxide. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to love auto spill. William, good to see you, my friend. Definitely do appreciate people that have seen in the comment section misspelt words. Ever since my last update on freaking Android, my phone runs real slow. In other words, I got to go buy a new phone is what this is. Freaking crazy. I hate monopolies on stuff. So they force you to do these updates all the time. They force you, and every time you do, you lose more and more storage space, and your phone starts running crappier and crappier because it's an old model. That's why they do it. If they want to do an update, just come up with a new phone. Leave my phone alone and make it so you can't use it unless you update it. You only have you got 3 more denials, or you won't be able to use your phone. Those are the messages I get. So since the last update, I'll be trying to type stuff, and it just freezes everything, and then it jumps with whatever it decides to put. So late at night, trying to type everything out for a comment or a thumbnail or anything, it's just whacked. It is. But I do appreciate people that do point it out, so I can go back in and autocorrect, fix everything. So definitely do appreciate that, guys. Good looking out on that. Mama Bear's here. Awesome. Good to see you, Mama Bear. We are wrapping up, though. So anyway, guys, definitely do appreciate everybody being here. Like I said, we got a lot of new reviews coming out because we've been working with more affiliate programs. But like I've always said, you don't have to go buy stuff. People lived without certain equipment for many, many years. All right. If you're at the point in your preparedness level, you decide, hey, I wouldn't mind having that and make my life easier, or for this type of preparation, then we're just giving you an option. That's all. We make a percentage of anything that we sell through our affiliate programs. We've always been transparent about that. But you don't have to buy through us. You don't have to buy the same stuff. You just buy whatever you feel like you need for your preparedness. All right? Best way I can put it. All right, guys. Talk to y'all later.